Hey guys, this is Shogun Charter for 7 at Trend Traders House Trading Harmony with the Markets. Today is Monday, the 17th of November. We are looking at the currency state of play this morning. We will be looking at the Euro US dollar, the pound, the dollar yen, the CAD yen, and if time permits me, I'm going to be looking at the US dollar Canadian as well. So let's look at the euro from the 1 hour chart. This is actually a very nice setup. We saw this move here. This is still the overriding wave down. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much on these pairs. Okay, so we have a structure momentum, then followed by a structure momentum. You have to look at this from this point of view. You have to look at this pair. This is what we have to do. We can see the dominant trend is still to the downside. Okay, that is it. You see here, higher low. This is the failure point. That is your failure point there. Price was going up and it got to this point. It failed and it broke down nicely. And this is just a normal correction. The dominant trend is still to the downside. So having that mental picture, okay, it's easy for us to analyze this market. Okay, so in this wave, we have higher low, structure, momentum low, momentum low. So this is not a pair you can sell now. Where we are, you have to wait for here. So this will be the first area we're going to be looking at selling. Once the line not working, that will be the first area we want to look at selling the euro US dollar. I'm not going to go and buy the euro. The sell is the only trade I can see going forward in terms of the price formation and the price action. So we're looking at selling the euro US dollar at 1.1624. Okay, above there, that's what we're going to be looking at, not below where we are right now. This is too risky to sell here because there's no reference here. Even let's change this to 5-minute chart. We can see there's no reference point here. So the only reference which we can call the high is right here. Okay, that will be the first area where we want to start considering looking for a short opportunity, or if they break above here. Okay, so you can't take any short here. All right, so let's go to the pound US dollar. Let's check the pound dollar. So funny enough, last week I didn't trade the pound dollar at all because we had other pairs we were looking at. Okay, so this is similar, and the euro strength is actually euro is actually stronger than the pound. We have a couple of news coming up, and you see here that was a nice break followed by a huge, look at this, and they snap it back, broke that, broke that, broke that. So in this wave we can see clearly that is a structure. We broke the structure as a reversal, but you can see here there's another small structure here. So this is a momentum, structure, lower momentum, high. Pound is actually in a nice place to sell. I'm just looking at this carefully now. 0.135. 4 has given us ABC trend changing pattern. Okay, so the pound is noisy. As you can see, this zone here is very noisy, but it is actually it's a valid sell. But let's print out these reference points. Okay, I'm gonna say something which is something that has saved me a lot, is when you cannot when you have a noisy market like this pound, because this is noisy, you can see that this candle made a high inside it, they're trending. The best thing is to skip it. Okay, it's not about trying to analyze something that is you're not missing anything from not trading the pound. The goal of trading is to make money. Okay, if I can make money in another pair, I'm gonna do it. So if this is the only pair we have, then I'm going to start to dissecting and dissecting. I've learned not to do that. This is a noisy market. Ideally, you want to sell, but this candle has just made everything so technically difficult to give us a clear reference. If I'm saying this lower high here is a high, which it is, let's look at it from the 5 minute. It's not, because it did not give us two lower lows immediately it moved. So you see what I'm talking about. So my idea is the pound GBP USD is to just leave for now. Okay, I'm gonna leave the pound, no reference on the pound. Let's look at the dollar yen. Okay, this was a very, very strong reversal on Friday. We were selling the CAD yen and we bought it as soon as we saw the reversal on the -1 of 8. I actually posted that trade live as well. And the reversal was very strong. That actually gave you another 48 pips, just 51.48 on the card yen. I'm gonna show us the trade, which was okay, which was good. That buy wasn't expected. I was I was it's like in during the trade selling, I was saying to myself, I'm not gonna buy, I'm not gonna counter, I'm not gonna counter. But one thing that the market has shown us in a very from a very long time that we've been trading is never discount anything. Okay, I was saying that to myself because on Friday, because I thought that trade was gonna go long as a short in terms of it's gonna continue lower, and I was thinking, okay, latest by 4 p.m. I should be done for the day and wrap it up. But we saw a sharp reversal, and those are the trades I cannot pass by. I cannot say no, I'm not taking this trade, because that's what I teach my students to do. When you see opportunity and it screams at you, take it. The risk is very small. I'm gonna show us that trade in a bit, but let's do the dollar yen. So all the yen pairs are doing the same thing. Okay, the 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 yen pairs are rallying. Okay, and what we have now is you have to be cautious in trying to sell them. You have to be technical in selling them. Okay, so we have, well, I don't need to put it indicator on this. You can see this thing is going up. Okay, but we are seeing a sign of strong pullback. Okay, and even though those strong pullback are being bought dramatically, as we saw on Friday, it does not mean they are not going to sell them. All we have to do is to find these points that I call the last posted high and last posted low. They are your friends. They are the one that will give us the they will bring the price to us. Okay, because all you have to do is to wait for them. Okay, so we have higher low structure, momentum low, followed by ABC, followed by a momentum low, and this has been pulled back. So this here is a good area. The high that started the strong decline on the strong move on Friday, we need to see how that high has been traded. Let's check the 15-minute chart. So this is the reference here now. Okay, we saw this break above the high. That is the reference point on the 15-minute chart. So this low gonna find the price. 154.59. That low is the key low. Okay, if price did not break this low, we are not going to think of selling the dollar yen. Okay, that's as simple as that. Okay, it's not good enough to fail at the high. We need to see the first pullback low. Okay, this pullback low has to be broken once and twice, then we'll take a shot. That is my idea in terms of when you see a market like this, taking the failure is costly. Okay, we will not take the failure. We will take the first pullback. This is the one here that we are looking at. The dollar yen, the low is 154 USDJPY, 154.59 low. You have to sell 2 breaks. And the same thing applies to the Canadian dollar Japanese yen. I'm gonna leave it at this one. So this is our trade on Friday. Let's remove the drawings. That was a fantastic move actually. Okay, remove. So it's the same thing. As you can see, all of them are doing the same thing. The CAD yen, let's look at, I don't need to do too much on this one because we've already analyzed the dollar yen. Now it's here. Okay, this one here, slightly different. Break, pullback, that is the pullback. That's the pullback low. There, we came below it with a pin. You can see there's no close until this one. So technically, this will be your sell. Okay. So the sell on the dollar card, on the card yen, sorry, CADJPY is 1110.13. So this one now, next time it comes down here, obviously we can use the smaller internal waves that is being printed to look for a failure setup, like I've showed you last week. But this here, there must be a reason this happened. Okay, firstly, end of the week, so that could be the reason, or genuine buying interest. If it's not a genuine buying interest, then price will come and break here. So I would rather wait for price to actually show me the sign of weakness that this is not a genuine buying. This is just the people on Friday that they made a quick box and they quickly run out of the market. And that is what happened, profit taking. So I need to see whether this is actually a weakness and the yen is strengthening, or the card is weakening and price will have to come and break this low. That saves me from a lot of headache. In terms of buying, I'm not thinking about that right now because of all the accumulation that break down, all the ones that break down here. That is weakness. Okay, and also one thing we have to think about is, you in order for sellers to sell, they need buyers to take the other side of their market. So it works in both ways. You have to think about it from and I can't explain everything now, but we have to think about it from a bigger picture of what is going on. For me, the safer trades, for I've explained it, I will go short on the dollar yen or the card yen at those levels. I'm not buying them. They might fly to the heavens. We're not going to do that. The euro US dollar is coming down right now because I can see it on my MetaTrader. But that for me is not a sell. Monday, you have to be selective. Price euro has to break above the 1.1624. The pound dollar has to break above. With pound dollar, we're scratching that completely. Then we're taking the dollar yen as a possible sell.